Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Welcome once again to Change Agent TV. Welcome to the Go Ye movement. Welcome to Season of Wonders. I welcome you by the mercies of the Lord. What to ponder today is Jesus. Who is this Jesus? Who is this Jesus? I want to remind us some salient truth about Jesus Christ. Number one, Jesus was born like a baby. He was born as a baby in a manger, in the midst among sheep and goats. It was not in a 5-star hospital, but among sheep and goats. Number two, Jesus served. He worked as a servant. Servant leader. Servant leadership. How many of us in leadership position today are actually servants? How many of us are actually serving? General overseers, bishops, pastors, evangelists, prophets, whatever office we occupy, are we really serving? He served. He served. Jesus walked like a servant. He was seen in the likeness of men. He put away his own reputation. Even though he was supposed to be God, he did not find it a fashion to claim equality with God. Instead, he took upon himself, Philippians chapter 2 verse 7 to 8 now, he took upon himself the form of a servant. And being in the form of a servant, he was obedient. He was humble and obedient to the point of death, even the death of the cross. He walked as a servant. Next, after all said and done, he died like a common criminal. He was arrested. He was charged to the court of Pontius Pilate. He was sentenced to death by an unanimous decision, unanimous desire of the multitude. The multitude is served with. The multitude is saved. Among those he opened their eyes, among those he gave back their sight, among those lame that walked, they said, crucify him. And he was crucified. And lastly, the very beautiful thing is that Christ is coming back now like the King of Kings. He's coming back in his majesty. How many of us are prepared to receive him? How many of us are prepared to be caught up with him? Are we preparing? Is the kind of Christianity we practice now suggesting that we are preparing to meet our God, to meet the Lord? When the rapture shall sound, are we preparing? Jesus will come back like the King of Kings he actually is. Be prepared. The time is very near. The signs of his coming are already being fulfilled. The end time is closer than we imagined. Nations have risen against nations. Diseases and pestilences are ravaging. Sudan is already in crisis and war. Ukraine and Russia have been on there since last year. This has been happening. False prophets are pervading the terrain every now and then. Just few days ago, we saw the ministry of a false prophet that was teaching his congregation in the open glare of the congregation, that was teaching his congregation how to do dog style of sex with a lady, maybe somebody's wife, maybe a spinster or whatever. In the full glare of the congregation, he was practicing, demonstrating doggy style of sex. And it's supposed to be a church. Just now I saw another one, a church in Ghana, where naked ladies were singing praises and worship, and supposed pastors were dancing and praising with them. Ladies with ordinary panties and bra. Just now, the end time is closer than we imagine. Jesus Christ is coming back, despite he being born like a baby, unnoticed, despite he serving, walking like a servant to all, despite he being crucified, being humiliated by the Sanhedrins, he is coming back. Though he died like a common man, a common criminal, he will come back like the King of Kings. Will you be ready? That is the word to ponder for today. Thank you and God bless you.